We are having a veterans concert. It is called A Salute to Our Veterans, and we're just excited to share some music. Our first graders will be singing some patriotic songs, and then the whole school will actually be singing a tribute song that they've learned in music class called You Are Our Heroes, and just to show a token of thanks for everyone's service. And so we're inviting the veterans here today and guests and parents, and so we're just excited to celebrate. A lot of veterans are a part of our families, so whether it's husbands of teachers, whether it's dads of kids, so and then we also send out flyers to the VFW, and just of course Facebook is helpful to get the word out that we're having a veterans event, and so we're just excited to open it to the community.
Okay. All right.
Hello and welcome to Carmel Elementary School. We are so excited you are here for this celebration. Please stand for the presentation of the colors. Please join me in a moment of silence. You may be seated. Next, we will have Jason and Layla reciting the preamble to the Constitution of the United States.
We the people
people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Yes.
We would like to welcome to the stage veterans Sergeant McCann for our introduction.
When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were back then. Throughout this nation's history, America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who died in battle, nor the 1.4 million who were wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 25 million veterans still living today. These words are inscribed on the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C. Our nation honors our sons and daughters who answered the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met. Those words apply equally to our World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and Gulf War veterans, as well as those who most recently served in Afghanistan and Iraq. They apply to today's active duty service members who are tomorrow's veterans, those who are helping maintain peace throughout the world. Today, it is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those willing to pay. Today, we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and home of the brave.
The next part of our service will be of us first graders sharing some patriotic music with you. We would also like you to join us on some patriotic songs as well. We have learned that patriotic means love of our country. We love our country and grateful for veterans and active military who have fought and are fighting for it.
America.
Join me in standing as we sing My Country 'Tis of Thee. Thank you. You may be seated. Our next song is John Philip Sousa's Stars and Stripes Forever, and we have been doing a little paper plate activity with this. So here is Stars and Stripes Forever. Thank you. We would now like to welcome Sergeant First Class Chris Dodd and Staff Sergeant Michael Hopkins to the stage.
Good morning, everybody. Just want to say good job to the students and the teachers, administrators, and family members for putting all this together. I'm sure the family y'all practice with your children, and y'all have done a great job this morning. My name is Chris Dodd. I'm a Sergeant First Class in the Army Reserve. I'm full-time, so active duty. I've got with me today Sergeant Hopkins. He's Staff Sergeant Hopkins, and he'll come up and talk in just a second. But briefly, he's just going to say my experience with being in the military. I've had a pleasure of being in the military for about 22 years, going on 23. I joined when I was 17. My family, basically my grandfather, my father, everybody's been in the military, so I joined. I went to Iraq with my dad. We were in the same group together. So I've had a good experience with the military. I joined up. Didn't have a good plan, so I wanted to go to college and I wanted the military to pay for it, so that's what I did. Things changed. I eventually got that degree that I wanted, graduated from Ole Miss. I'm actually from Mississippi. This is my duty station to work here, and I enjoy it. Through being in the military, I had great experiences. I worked with the Air Force, the Navy, Coast Guard, the Marine Corps. So I've had a good chance to work with everybody. So again, good job on your presentation today. And I've got Sergeant Hopkins going to come up right here behind me. Thank y'all.
Good morning, I'm Sergeant Hopkins. Great job, students, faculty. Thank you all for the invitation today. Thank you all, thank you veterans as well. I saw a lot stand up this morning. I really appreciate your all service and continued service. I know a lot of you guys are still involved in the community. So I'm a local boy, grew up in Kingsport. I'm in the reserves right now on active duty. Been in the Army for 15 years. I joined the Army. I'm a nurse. I was a medic first, deployed to Iraq for 15 months. Joined because I wanted to help serve the country and help serve and take care of our fellow veterans. Didn't really have a plan when I first joined. Just knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. So I went to school in the Army to be a medic and then later on to become a nurse. So I met my wife in the Army. I have two daughters, 12 and 7. They go to school in Kingsport. So if any of y'all have any questions, feel free to come up and talk to us after the program. Okay? And thank you all for inviting us. We really appreciate it.
We're going to have you now turn your attention toward the board over here, and we have a special message from a wildcat, a former wildcat. So here we go.
My name is Austin Mullins. I'm currently serving in the United States Navy. I went to Carmel Elementary School when I was younger. I was even in Miss McCann's class. I'm sure she's still a great teacher. I joined the Navy back in 2017 and went to boot camp right after high school. I've been in the Navy now for 5 years. I've joined mainly to travel the world. In my 5 years, I've been to 3 different countries and have been all across the world. I've made a lot of great friends and also met my wife Sophie while in the Navy. We have 2 daughters named Millie and Lennon, and they're absolutely amazing. To the veterans, thank you for your service. It means a lot to me and my family. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Veterans and active military, we thank you with all of our heart for your service to our country. Please stand one more time as we thank you again. This next song is a tribute to you.
Veterans, you have done your duty to your families, to your communities, excuse me, they had me follow those kids, and to your fallen comrades and to your country. You have honorably served your nation with great distinction, and we can never say it enough for your service in war and in peace. On behalf of our school, Mount Carmel Elementary, we thank you. In a few minutes after the celebration, we would like to invite you to some refreshments that are in the conference room. Thank you.
We will close this assembly with one last song. Please join us in God Bless America.
Last time for being here. We appreciate you taking your time out of your day to be here with us this morning. It means so much to all of us. And I just want to give a huge round of applause to Ms. Swinger for putting all of this together.
Thank you, parents, for helping us.
I think it is so important for our students to understand our nation and have a pride for our nation. So I appreciate Ms. Swinger and the first grade teacher working so hard for this program, and our students who participated and were so respectful during this service. So thank you to everyone. This doesn't happen just overnight, so a lot of planning took place to make this happen, and I appreciate that.